By the way,
actually tried this earlier. It did come. Abhi on camera it was not.
I've got a few papers for you. What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to Two Brother Vlogs. And yes, we have the Tiger 1200 here for the review today. We wanted to actually have this bike with us when we had these two bikes in the garage as well. Namely the Multistrada and also the
1250 GS. So a lot of you guys actually will have a doubt that why didn't I get out the Africa Twin, which is actually inside the garage. The reason behind it is it doesn't fall under this category. That's a mid-weight adventure tourer. This is a heavyweight, top of the line adventure tourer. And the Africa Twin actually goes up against the 900 Tiger. So these are the papers regarding it. So I'll just put a 3-second video, pause and check out what these papers represent, and then you'll understand what bike compares to what. So in India right now, this bike actually, the Tiger 1200 goes up against the Multi V4, GS 1250 and also the Pan America. And unfortunately we don't have the Pan America here to ride along with these bikes. So we actually did a test drive video of that. Check that video out. The link is up top.
So coming back to this bike, I'm actually seeing it for the very first time. I haven't gone to the the launch event, nor have I seen any pictures of the bike before today. And Srujan has been riding it. I haven't even sat on it yet. So this is my first genuine opinion about it. There are a few things which I've actually very impressed with it. The build quality for one. I don't know whether Srujan has noticed this or not, but if you come across to the other side, the design of the swing arm. It looks very radical, very different. I've never seen another bike swing arm which looks like that. As in, it just basically covers the, brake caliper. Have you seen it?
No. And also talking about the swing arm, this is the 2022 variant of the 1200 Tiger. The older one, the older 1200 Explorer had a single-sided swing arm. And this has swing arms on both the sides.
I know all these bike manufacturers, even the V4 Multi has got a dual-sided swing arm compared to the single-sided on that bike, as you guys can see.
There are 4 models. This is the Rally Pro, there's GT Pro, which comes with alloy rims and the height is slightly lower. You get the Explorer series, Explorer Rally and Explorer GT. Those actually have the 30-liter tank.
Oof. Okay, basically a competition to the GSA.
And also the Multistrada V4S, and it also comes with the radar on the front and the rear.
Okay.
So adaptive cruise control.
All these tech
features with the bigger ones. And this bike misses out on the TPMS as well.
But one thing which is very surprising or something which I've seen is, look at the size of that display. And I wear a large size glove, and
that's pretty big.
That's huge.
And should I show you something very surprising? Okay. I just press start. Load. Okay. 1 eternity later.
It's still not there.
It's still not there. Yes! Okay. Finally!
Yeah, the font size is massive. I don't know whether they have a very big display. I think that is why they've given that font size, because they have too much of real estate there.
But still, I don't know how to operate the display. You're not getting basic trip, distance to 0 and all.
You can actually navigate through the screens to understand that.
It's complicated.
Yes. One more good feature is the suspension. This has got fully adjustable electronic suspension like the Ducatis. So it's all through the menus. You can adjust your preload, compression, rebound, all through that. Makes your life so much easier.
And did you realize a DIN socket here to charge and also a DIN socket here to charge?
Nice. Multiple. That's really good.
And the indicators look amazing. Look at that.
Matrix.
Yeah.
This is really the present age thing, right? With all the cars and stuff.
And also talking about this particular bike, this is the Rally Pro, which is more off-road oriented. So it has the bigger rim, the bigger front rim, 21 inch. There's also the GT
this is one of the only few bikes which has got a 21 inch front rim, right?
Yeah, in the heavyweight category.
Yes.
So Showa suspension, 21 inch rim. I think that's good for off-road. If you actually plan to do off-road on the 1200 Tiger, I would suggest to take the Rally Pro instead of the Explorer, because that thing makes it much bigger, heavier, larger tank. You never want all that in off-roading.
And again, regarding the tire sizes, all the other bikes in this category have 19 inches. Name it the Multistrada V4, the GS 1250, even the Pan America, all have got 19 inches. Even the GT variant of this has got a 19. But if you go for the off-road variant, you have the 21 inch. The time which is needed when you're traveling a little in the northern parts of our country. I think with the adjustability of Triumph
it looks
these
flimsy.
days,
The entire bike looks as a top-notch quality, but this thing is flimsy.
I'm actually scared to even use it. Look at that. I don't know how to get it up and down that comfortably. I get that it's very plasticky. I think it'll break one time.
And the best
Is that?
adjustable screen is this. One touch up, one touch down. One touch up, one touch down. Even this is complicated. The 1250 GS has a knob here where you have to twist into it. It takes a lot of time. So credits to the Multistrada.
Your entire, at least my entire bum is basically on the seat. And somebody sitting at the back also, I think it's quite cushiony enough.
Yep.
I don't think there's any more padding which is required. This is ample amount of butt cushioning even for smaller bum people.
Lost the triple cylinder sound. It is more trashy, it is more twin, and also the bike was not actually heating up compared to those two bikes.
That doesn't heat up.
A bit. ये उससे भी कम.
Wow, that's impressive. Less than your Africa Twin.
No, nothing can beat the Africa Twin in terms of heat. And this bike is quite tall.
Like on the main stand.
No, just on the main stand impossible. Get on.
Yeah, this is quite comfortable. The suspension, as in the very Volvo, very good. And again, regarding the seat height, I would consider this bike to be tall because I can't flat foot. This is how I reach on both the sides. I'm 5'9.5", and I'm comfortable. I can ride it, but it's not abnormally tall like most few bikes which are there in the market. And now I'm on the 1250 GS. So as you can see, I'm able to flat foot this bike very comfortably without any problem. So as you can see, there's a substantial amount of height difference between the 1200 Tiger and the 1250 from BMW. The Multi, this is the shortest of these three bikes here, and I'm actually able to flat foot with a lean on my foot as well. So that's how comfortable this bike is when it comes to the ride height.
Oh, and ride the 1200 Tiger. I am not going to take it on the main roads. Definitely I'm not taking it on the highway. So this is going to be a first ride spin on this. It takes forever to load, man. And before going any further, I just want to talk about the switchgear. It has pass switch, aux lamps, heated seat. गर्मी में heated seat क्या रहे? Bum क्या जलेगा? Low beam, high beam, heated grips, indicator, menu button, horn, joystick to control this, your ignition keys. Oh my god, your what is this? Hazard switch, handle lock, and home button. Too many keys, and the bike doesn't have any fuel in it. Shallow, let's record. You know the drill. I need to cut the camera here. Okay, mode. I am little on the off-roady sections. Let's try it out here. Camera is recording. That's how the bike sounds. Little trashy for my liking. And ABS off, traction off. Let's go. Wow, I really love the suspension on this. It just soaks everything. Wow. I think people will judge me if I say this, but इसका suspension is much better than the 1250. Multistrada is on the firmer side, but इसका suspension is so good, extreme good. Small U-turn testing. On the move, actually the bike doesn't feel that heavy, it is fairly nimble, but the minute you point your camera or your eyes down, you'll understand how big the bike is. And this is the smaller tank capacity wala. Imagine the 30-liter Tiger. That's zoop. That'll be extremely wide. And I know this is just gravel road, it's not much of off-roading as such. फिर भी यार चलेगा. The bike can easily soak up these roads. Slam on the brake hard and the rear tire skids. It feels like you're sitting on something. It feels that big. इज्जत गया, बंडी off हो गया. Chi 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 Sujjo, don't know how to ride. This color in person actually looks really good, but and also it looks subtle, so it is not standing out as much as the Africa Twin or the 1250 GS rally which is going on in Hyderabad. This bike is powerful. This bike is really powerful. Trust me, it's powerful. Quick, yeah. Look at that. What happened? Why did you rev so much? The quality of the bike is amazing to look at in person. And the lights, I think they are pretty powerful. The screen, yeah, I know it's big, it's huge, it's massive, but to be honest, this is a rectangular display. Having that circular dial kills a lot of real estate space. Trust me. And because of that, he had to amp up each and every font. Size of the font is like huge. I'm actually really in love with the suspension. It soaks up every single thing on the road. Khadde, speed breakers, anything. And the brakes are excellent. They are actually Brembo. Those are so good. I can easily say they can go up against the Multistrada. That's so good, so good. దీనితో ఇవ్వాలంటే అప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుంది చూడు చుక్కలు, బికాజ్ కాలు కింద పెట్టలేం. పుట్టి టోస్తో ఏం దోస్తని చెప్పు. ప్రతిసారి ఆన్ చేసి రెవ్ చేసి ముందుకెళ్ళాలి. అదే నా ఆఫ్రికా అనుకో, మంచి ముద్దుగా పోతుంది. You have to open the fuel tank. I think you need to do this and it's open. Sweet. Chalo, let's fill fuel and come back to you guys. This thing has auto cancelling indicators, but just like a car, if you halka sa touch the indicator and leave it, it flickers for 3 times, right? Even this has that feature. So if I just do this, 1 2 3 off, I need to press and hold for a little bit longer. That's when the indicator will be fully functioning and it will blink more than 3 times and will get turned off after you taking a turn. Pretty cool feature from Triumph. In city, this bike is giving around 16.2, so that means on the highway close to 19-20. That's pretty good for a 1200cc 150 bhp monster. Wow. Now I think Rohit will be like, ye kahan gaya itni der? And I had to fill fuel. There were multiple bunks which are closed. और बहुत ज़्यादा भीड़ था. So I had to fill fuel थोड़ा सा. It's getting a good mileage of 17 in city. So highway पे 20. Close to that. Even the 1250 GS gives around the same mileage, right?
That gives good mileage.
21, 22 देगा.
100 used to give KK.
KK 26, 27 इच्छे. To be honest, actually sits in between the Multistrada and the 1250 GS.
As in terms of power and the way it drives.
In terms of power, as in this bike is close to 160, 150 bhp, close to the Multistrada, and it is shaft driven like the 1250 GS. So it sits somewhere in between, but it can actually do much better off-roading compared to these two bikes.
Obviously you'll have a 21-inch front.
I had a blast over there.
Okay.
The bike,
Does it feel as heavy as it looks?
it doesn't. That's the best part of it.
That's good.
You feel weight on that, you feel weight on this, but you not feel weight on this. Once you're
But
riding.
this on the corners is amazing.
On the corners, yeah, that's what I'm saying. See,
Exactly.
again, 21-inch rim, corners, you cannot do much cornering on this. But everything else feels good. I have few niggles about the screen which I didn't like because it is too big. The graphics are again too big. The fonts are too big, and the displayed information is too small. I think you can tweak it, but it is again very hard to tweak because I went through the menus. I just couldn't understand what to do. Horn is bakwas, Activa horn.
For a small spin because this fool has taken forever. He's not come back home only.
I just felt little problem while leaning, but मैं क्या किया थोड़ा bum को ऐसा side करा. Then I was standing on one leg. That's how you generally manage taller bikes. After getting used to that, I'm happy. I called up the showroom. They said this is an accessory. The guard top, the bottom, the bash plate, and the main stand. These three are accessories on the Rally Pro. You get them as a standard on the Explorer series.
Good they've put it on a test drive bike.
Yes.
Otherwise they'll
Yeah,
be spending so much money.
people will drop it. But it's quite tall. Yeah. People, in pictures, in video, it is not that big, but in reality, I think it's bigger than the Multistrada here.
Yeah. It's taller.
And imagine this is a smaller variant. You have a 30-liter tank to this. Okay, Rohit went on to a ride. It's been almost 10 minutes now. I checked my pockets. I have the key with me. Bike रुक गया तो मेरे को भागना पड़ेगा. And one more problem. This is the main problem with the key fob. You will keep it somewhere and you will just forget it. That's the main problem, yaar. Suppose your friend has a key and you're taking it home. You halted at a petrol bunk and you switched off the bike. क्या कर सकते? You have to wait for that friend to come. If the key is right at the handle place, you'll always remove it and go. That's how we are used to. These key fobs are slightly tricky.
No, but this is a keyless entry. So how far the bike goes?
Once the bike is on, it will not turn off.
This bike is fun, man. It is plenty powerful. It is crazy powerful if you ask me. As in, again, I didn't expect this kind of power from a shaft driven bike. It is woof. It just pulls. I'll show you this. Wait up. Yeah. Oh, okay. And because of the longer travel suspension, you'll feel that even more because the travel is so high. It feels like as if it's actually doing wheelies every time you pull hard on this bike. Okay. Advantage of 21-inch wheels. You know, you don't feel any of these kind of small ruts and pots in the road. And the suspension is tuned in such a way for this bike that you basically glide over things and go without having to worry. It is tall. It has got something that the height is something which you need to get used to. But beyond that, I don't think there's a lot of difficulty in riding this bike. It is not hot. Srujan has been riding this. He's gone to fill fuel in the stop and go traffic in the city. Dude, this bike has impressed me. BMW 1250 GS, better watch out, man, because this has got the quality to match. The electronics are a little slow, I agree, but Triumph quality is never in doubt. Bike has their own positives and negatives. There's nothing called as a perfect machine anywhere in the world, but damn you, man, this thing has impressed. As in the fit, finish, the quality, there is no rattles anywhere. You go potholes, generally you have few thuds and few rattles from plastic parts. None at all, which in itself is a huge thing. 30 kilometers per hour at 4th gear, 4th gear. No knocking, it goes pretty smooth. But ideal situation about 3rd gear in this speeds, the bike has absolutely no issues and it's got power. It is behaving like a twin. The power delivery, the way it's sounding, it's absolutely behaving like a twin. It's got instant power at lower revs, which is what twins are known for. The mileage is about 16 in the city, which we are averaging, which is good for a huge capacity bike. This bike. That's 120 power, man. You don't need anything more than this. This is almost as powerful as the Multistrada. And the delivery is instant, as in torque is crazy good. Yes, in the heat I was talking about, you feel it here. Not on this side, but only on the right side you feel it here. I think the fan just blows it here. Very strange, but yes. But not a lot of heat. Not a lot of heat, which is, I would say, which is not uncomfortable, but dude, this bike has impressed me. The suspension is comfy. You don't need anything more. Maybe if you ask me, because it's got so much power, one thing I don't think which this bike has, I'm actually looking for it, is what we call as something to mitigate the tank slapper. Steering dampener is not available, which is I think present on the BMW. So even the Multi doesn't get it. The V4 has it. The 1260 doesn't. So in case of a tank slapper situation, those bikes are a little pronounced to it because of the extreme powers which these things generate. But I don't know, I don't think they need it. At times this is a gripe. Okay, I still don't understand how do I think it's push and then up. It should have been better if it was pull and up, push and down. But yeah, it's push and everything, up and down. Not the most convenient of things. It doesn't feel that quality, but functional definitely. You see the power loss which was there, that was actually majorly due to the what do you call, the shaft driven bikes. That is how they're not as efficient at putting down power to the rear wheel. The engine cranks it out, so it revs, but the rear wheel doesn't get that power because there's a huge loss of power because of the shaft. But the advantage of shaft, there is literally no maintenance to it.
The GoPro died on me, but I am in love with this bike. The way it generates that power, you can definitely win. On hard acceleration, you can feel the power loss. You can actually see the revs go up and the power not getting delivered.
Hard acceleration, whoop,
Yeah, and
all of a sudden the power kicks in.
But I'm in love with this bike. I'm pretty sure that bike is gonna have some stiff competition if this is channelized well.
Yeah, if Triumph markets it well, like the GS did, it's a proper competition.
It's a proper winner which Triumph has on their hands.
I think all the time. Lucky you didn't turn it off. अरे ये on नहीं हो रहा, क्या करूँ इसका?
What if I would have off कर दिया तो?
Off कर दिया तो अब मुझे आना पड़ता.
Oh yeah.
And okay, this thing, like I said, turned off. Right, the bike is off, right? Okay, this thing, unlike other fobs, this thing has a button in the Triumph logo itself.
Okay.
So if you press it once, you get that Wi-Fi symbol, green Wi-Fi symbol. Right? If you press and hold, that becomes red. Right? It just flashed red. Now the bike will not turn on.
Oh, remote locking.
Remote locking. None of those bikes have it.
Now how to turn it on? Back again?
Just again press and hold. It'll turn green. Now you can turn on the bike. We'll try. Wait, let me turn it on. Red. Turn on the bike. See? Lock symbol. नहीं आएगा. Wait. Now. Green. On.
A nice old.
No, dude, I really love the bike. I am very impressed. Small issues. Display, this, and that's it.
Everything else is top notch. Okay, this
Immaculate.
thing, this particular model is 24.25 on road in Hyderabad, and the bigger one is 26. That's it.
30-liter tank.
30-liter tank. That is less than what, 1.5 lakhs, and you're getting crash bars, bash plate.
But again, 30-liter tank, I wouldn't like it. It would make the bike too bulky, but
Still, you're getting radar.
based.
Your TPMS, you're getting more electronic gizmos just for 1.2 lakhs. If you go aftermarket to buy guards and all, you'll spend any which ways that extra 10 lakhs. Achieve 10 lakhs carry, 2 lakhs.
इसको लाखों का फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But
The way this bike rides, right? It bounces like.
it takes potholes like as if they don't exist.
Exactly.
People who buy any of these bikes are in for a treat, man.
And I'm actually not a fan of the exhaust note as well. It is more trashy.
It's very twin cylinder exhaust. It's
Not even twin there. It is trashy. Like, that's it.
but it garners a lot of attention on road, huh?
Yes.
It is huge. So
On camera, it looks very tiny. You can't see Aggie. जब पीछे से जा रहा था, it's that big.
Yep.
So hope you liked our take on the Tiger 1200 here.
we love
It was a small spin. We did not go on the highway. We couldn't test the windshield, the buffeting, and how it performs. I'm pretty sure it performs amazing on the highway itself. But yeah, hope you guys liked it, and stay tuned for the next video, which is again about the XUV. Now we will tell you what are the amazing bits on that car now. So until the next video,
Love you guys. Bye.
peace out.
The manager of Triumph said that the Tiger 1200 is better than the GS 1250. I said bold claims and shook his hand. But after riding the bike, even I can say that it's that good, guys. Just if possible, if you're in the market to purchase a big adventure tourer, mind you, I'm saying this if you're in the market to buy a big adventure tourer. I don't want a new rider to directly take a Tiger 1200 or a 1250 GS. These bikes have immense power to kill. So if you're an experienced rider, I would say that try the new Tiger. It is